don't know if I can even see the crazy lines through this lens, but man, it's a work of art. You're like Michelangelo. So in the last few days, we've drywalled this whole space, except for that wall today. This wall today, this little section is what I'm gonna do, and then after that I'm going to clean up and tape and mud this whole space because I can't move on to the next bedroom, which is right here, until I have help lifting those sheets up onto the ceilings. But these ceilings are done, as you can see. And I have one little tiny piece left to go in right down there. That's the last piece to go in here. All right, so I'm done drywalling. It took me approximately 10 days to drywall up here. I had tons of help doing it, but I also had a lot of hours doing it by myself. And it's done. And I learned so much about drywalling. For example, this is a flat joint where I have two pieces of tapered edge together, and that's really nice to fill. I learned that screws need to be in about that depth, not breaking the tension of the paper. And if you do break the tension of the paper, you should put another one beside it. So I can't see a spot where I've done that, but I did do that. And if you put a screw in and it spins and it doesn't bite anything, you should take it out because eventually it will work its own way out. So I learned that. I learned not to put a joint above a window or a door, and that you should put a solid piece above a window or a door, because that way it won't crack, because the house moves. Houses move. Skyscrapers, I guess, move like in many inches, in a strong wind. Houses do too. So this one doesn't have that, because I learned by making a mistake. Isn't that wonderful? Look, there's a light in here. Dink. So yeah, I also learned how to properly cut out a box. Improper. But I also learned that I can fix this with tape and mud. And that actually drywall is quite forgiving in that way. So I've got a few big gaps in here that I made, like right here. It's a pretty big gap. But I know that I can fix that with a little bit of tape and a little bit of mud. So that's really great. I know that I can't do drywall completely solo, which, it's hard to ask for help, but I had to do it a lot. Here's this little room here, and Junie's in it, and I'm almost finished drywalling this tiny room, which is the ceiling to the kitchen. However, I ran out of drywall, so I can't really finish in there until I get more drywall. So for today, I'm calling it done because I've got all the bedrooms done. I can start mudding and taping today, which I'm looking forward to because I can do it alone. Not like I don't like help. I love help. But for me, I can now just put my head down and do that and get it all done and not have to rely on anyone else, which, I'm excited about, I'm happy about. Even though I love having help and I love working with people, and I'm so grateful to those who have helped. I'm also really grateful that I can just kind of get this done. I like working with plaster and paint. So many people hate it, but I don't know. I think it's just that I'm so excited to own a house and be able to work on it. I've been wanting to do this for such a long time that none of these jobs scare me. I'm just happy to do them and excited to get them done because I'm working for myself, which is a really, really lovely feeling. And if there was one thing I wanted people out there to know, and the reason that I'm making this video and that I do YouTube videos at all, it's that I did not know how to drywall 10 days ago. Knew nothing about it. And now I know how to drywall a house. I learned that. I did it. Did I do it perfectly? No. Could I have researched more? Yes. Did I have great people teaching me? For sure. So if I can do it, you can do it too. Actually, for real.